as well. Nashville, Tennessee, Bridgestone Arena, hosting the SEC Women's Tournament for the second straight year, 5th time overall. The prior 4 winners all hailed from the state of Tennessee. Coach Summit led the Lady Vols to victories here in the SEC Championship in 2008 and last year. The 2-seed Lady Vols, the highest remaining seed in the first semifinal of the afternoon. We saw the top seed and regular season champion Kentucky sent home by 4-seed LSU. I'm Kara Capuano, joined again by national championship winning coach Carolyn Peck. And wow, that first game between Kentucky and LSU, the Lady Tigers came in with a game plan and the execution was almost perfect.
When we talk about how unpredictable this SEC tournament is, and South Carolina has upset on their mind.
It's another team that has already mounted an upset in this tournament, beating the 3-seed Georgia, and 2-seed Tennessee next. We shall see. Very different offenses here, Carolyn. What one-on-one matchup should we watch?
Well, it's going to be the South Carolina 3-point attempts and makes versus Tennessee and their ability to manufacture points in the paint. How does Tennessee get points in the paint? They do it through transition. They get it through penetration, post touches, and offensive boards. Can South Carolina keep Tennessee off the glass?
Such a dichotomy in the SEC tournament experiences of these two programs. This is the first semifinals appearance for South Carolina, and they'll be led by that guard trio: Aisha Walker, Markeisha Grant, Lakeisha Sutton. Senior leadership, a big key to this Gamecock success. Courtney Newton and Charnay Stevens, along with Sutton, have been there since the beginning with Dawn Staley. For the Tennessee Lady Volunteers, same story. Upperclassmen, the theme of the day. This is the starting lineup that Coach Summit and the staff went with on senior day. And Holly Warlick said after yesterday's victory, this is their best defensive lineup.
And it's accountability. You've got your seniors, got a couple or 3 graduate students, but every time Tennessee has lost, they've had team meetings and the seniors say, we've got to be accountable. Well, you know what? Put them in the starting lineup and they got to put up or shut up.
It is that time. This senior class does not want the dubious legacy of being the only in Pat Summit's 38-year tenure with Tennessee to not make it to a Final Four. Dawn Staley, 4th year with the Gamecocks, and this freshman group had only 10 wins in her first year, 23 this season, 10 in the SEC alone to tie a program record. Glory Johnson controls the tip for Tennessee.
In South Carolina in a man-to-man, and then talking with Dawn Staley about how she was able to go into Thompson-Boling Arena and get a win. She credited the players. They had the confidence, they had that preparation mindset, believed in their strategy. They had t-shirts on it, shooting around, talking about, I believe.
Vicky Ball to the basket off the pick and roll.
Care, both you and I talked about Vicky Ball in the game yesterday, played like a senior leader, and Holly Warlick said she's been the one that has gathered and kept this crew together.
She started the season with that same poise and leadership mentality, and she's finishing strong. Ball, the last holdover from that 2008 national championship team, had to take a redshirt year because of numerous knee injuries. She's good from there.
Tennessee, great poise on offense so far. They're in a 2-3 defense against South Carolina. They just got to make sure that they keep a hand up because South Carolina likes to take a lot of threes.
Walker. They just can't find any shots down low or passes down low to Charnay Stevens. Johnson kicks it back out to Bass.
I want to see Shakina Strickland get involved in the offense early, not wait until South Carolina makes a run and trying to be the answer.
You see Glory Johnson looking at the officials, the physical contact. She's getting down on the blocks from Stevens.
South Carolina Carolina's kind of taken a page out of LSU's book. Very patient offensively, using a lot of the shot clock.
Sutton for three. Got it. Marquisha Grant almost picked Manning's pocket. Courtney Newton defending Johnson now. Lady Vols with the shot clock at 10. Bass for three. Ball with the rebound, and you can see the size advantage of Tennessee on that play.
That's what Tennessee does well, offensive rebound, but that's what South Carolina does well too.
Aisha Walker, the team leader in steals, 58 now on the year. Basket does not count. Sharnae Stevens, first personal foul before the shot.
Walker anticipates, headed the other direction, able to create the easy two.
South Carolina with the 1-point advantage. Tennessee open with 2 quick baskets from Vicky Barr, and the Gamecocks on a 5-0 run.
Talking to Dawn Staley, asked her what had to happen today. She said the first thing, get lucky. That's true in the tournament. You do have to get lucky. You just have to be good enough for 40 minutes to survive and advance. She said you also have to be prepared. She's very excited, but the number one thing against Tennessee, you got to take away their rebounds.
Second chance opportunities have been a hallmark of Tennessee's success. Marquisha Grant, along with Aisha Walker and Lakeisha Sutton, all three named to the All-SEC second team this season. The scoring leaders for this Gamecocks offense. Manning runs out of room. Ball has an advantage. Manning for three. Front iron. Trickles back. Nice roll for the gal they call A-Town out of Woodstock, Georgia.
And Manning had a little body language trying to help that
She
ball
willed
come
that
in. Yeah, she did.
Sutton to Stevens. I've been a little tight on that shot.
A little bit right now. Shots falling for the Lady Vols. That would have been huge if it had gone for Shakina Strickland.
Vicky Ball already has 4 rebounds for the Lady Vols. Shot clock at 7. Manning inside to Strickland. South Carolina ball when we return. Tennessee gets a 3-pointer from one of their seniors, Alicia Manning. All seniors so far. She willed that one home.
Excuse me, sir. I'm commandeering this booth. The people need to save. Howdy-ho, neighbor. Tell you what, With all the money I saved at Progressive, I'm just saving it forward. This parking's on me.
Appreciate it. Thanks again.
Progressive, the messenger. How are you?
You guessed it. You don't have to pay.
Awesome.
You bet.
Do I pay you now or later?
Never.
Thanks a lot, Progressive.
Boom. Save.
The Big East Women's Quarterfinals tomorrow on ESPNU.
ESPNU's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's, and in part by Progressive, making it easy to buy car insurance.
Welcome back to Nashville, Tennessee. The Lady Vols of Knoxville, Tennessee with a 7-5 advantage over South Carolina, a series that Tennessee has dominated. Of course, you could say that about Tennessee with a lot of their Southeastern Conference opponents, but this one in particular, 44-3, Tennessee with the lead. Last meeting, however, South Carolina's first win at Thompson-Boling Arena.
So impressed with Dawn Stalin. She's talked about the changes that she has made for her players and what changes her players have made for her. The communication has improved and understanding how to communicate to get the most out of her players.
Key substitutions after that last whistle, Carolyn. You've got Ashley Bruner and Elisa Welshin now in the post for South Carolina. They changed the dynamic of this team.
Oh, Bruner and Welsh had a phenomenal night last night against Georgia, going inside, rebounding on the glass.
And another three for South Carolina gives the Gamecocks the lead. Bruner and Welch can do a better job on ball, and Johnson as well. Shot clock at 2 for Manning. What a patient senior-type shot that was.
That seasoned experience, composure when the shot clock's running down.
It was everything she did on that play. The dribble, moved closer to the basket, lined up the shot.
Shot fake, avoiding the defense.
Pass from the guards of South Carolina. She traveled. Ariel Massengale checks in, running the point now to spell Brianna Bass. Walker to Grant. Back iron. Strickland on the run.
Corey Johnson's been in the lane a minute. She and Bruner going at it.
Johnson. Not a shot she usually takes. The feed down to Bruner, working on ball. Quick ball movement from the Gamecocks. Been settling for a lot of threes. Shakina in and out.
But a good sign is Shakina's taking shots. At least the attempt is there.
Strickland 0 for 3 to open. Strickland had a great second half effort yesterday to help put away a very testy Vanderbilt team. Again, South Carolina settling for a long shot that doesn't fall. 2 of 9 now from downtown.
It was good for Tennessee to play Vanderbilt game before leading up to this one because Vanderbilt shoots so many threes. So does South Carolina.
Good preparation. 9-8, Tennessee with the advantage. This one much more closely contested than our first semifinal.
So come on, play me just one more song. I keep on moving with the lights on. So
When do you take 5-hour energy?
When I'm on overtime.
When I'm in over my head.
When I have to be sharp, no matter how many time zones I've crossed.
When I'm on my feet for hours.
When it's game time.
When the day's only half over, but my energy is all gone.
When I need the energy to start exercising every day.
Every day.
Every day is a 5-hour energy day.
5-hour energy. Every day.
We picked a great seafood place. We do have one warning, though. It's a tad bit pricey. And hopefully we caught the chef on a good night. Fingers crossed. Cannot wait to go to the
Every time. Every time we go out with your friends.
Golden Corral's pan-seared seafood and more is one incredible value. It's all the delicious tropical tilapia and shrimp scampi you want. It's also non-stop new sirloin beef tips, hand-breaded calamari, and more. All on our English dinner buffet, still for one low price. Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness.
Punching your ticket to the dance is exciting. It just validates everything that you've done, the wins and the losses.
Chance for the Huskies.
There's nothing more special than realizing that your team is going to have an opportunity to be the last team standing.
Our colleague Kara Lawson weighing in on what March means, part of the rich championship tradition of Tennessee. And there are a lot of people right now in Bridgestone Arena that can say that. Nikki McCray, an assistant coach for Dawn Staley at South Carolina. Nikki Caldwell, the head coach with LSU. Carolyn Peck, my analyst partner for the weekend.
A lot of Tennessee connections.
Yes.
But also Vanderbilt connection. I got a Florida connection. Let's just say an SEC connection to go along with that.
Shot clock at 6. Tina Roy off the bench. Fearless freshman. Makes her first take of the game. Johnson calling for it, working on Bruner. Such a soft touch.
It'll be interesting to watch how these two teams trade 2s for 3s. Tennessee's going inside. South Carolina very patiently moving the ball around, creating enough time to get off a high percentage three-point shot.
Bruner. Shot clock at 5. Keeps it alive for South Carolina.
Oh, physical inside, no call. Wow.
And Ariel Massengale takes it the other way without hesitation. Changes in this first half of our second semifinal of the afternoon. Lakeisha Sutton drives with the shot clock at 2. Simmons for 3. She never ceases to amaze me. She can come in, you don't even know she's taking the court, and she'll make a shot on you.
I call her kerosene. If you need to get the fire started, you call on Megan Simmons, and that's when Holly Warlick and the Tennessee coaching staff put her in the game. Ariel Massengale finds her, she puts them up, she drops her hands down. She knows that three-point shot is good.
Simmons, the leader in scoring for Tennessee last year. They had her running the point. With the arrival of young Ariel Massengale, she's moved more into that 2 role, so she can just score, and score some more. Five-point advantage for Tennessee.
Megan Simmons is that good spark off the bench, especially Shakina Strickland hasn't gotten going offensively. And I like Megan Simmons coming off the bench. She can watch the flow of the game, find out, pick her poison. what this Tennessee Lady Vol team needs her to do.
11 points and a pair of steals against Vanderbilt. She was the offensive spark plug the first half against the Commodores, and it was Strickland and Johnson who finished the game for the Lady Vols offensively. Elisa Welsh with a nice move inside for her first basket. Manning to inbound. Simmons off the screen. Simmons definitely has a look that's committed to scoring. You can tell when she's committed to taking that shot.
I like how you use committed to scoring. There is not a shot in this building Megan Simmons does not like. If she's upstairs getting popcorn, she's open to shoot the basketball.
Well said.
Oh, I like the confidence of the sophomore, though. Look, it's easier to pull her back than it is to try to turn them up.
Absolutely. Again, the shot clock under 10. Sharnae Stevens stranded looking for help. Tina Roy. She shot that from the popcorn stand.
They like to shoot the threes. South Carolina has attempted almost twice as many as their opponents.
Good idea, but Stevens denies. Vicky Ball, a wall on the other end.
A terrific job by Vicky Ball to defend. One of the problems that she struggled with early this season was early foul trouble. Did a nice job of just straight up and down, not leaving the floor, leaving her feet, called for the foul.
And Manning tries to get crafty with the reverse. Vicky Ball already 6 rebounds in this game for Tennessee.
Now this is zone style. For many years, you never thought this was something you would see from the Tennessee Lady Vols. They were known as the in-your-face, aggressive man-to-man defense. But because of personnel, style of play, they put zone into their defensive repertoire.
And it's worked for them.
It has worked very well. I think the first time I saw it was Brittany Griner's freshman year when Baylor came into Knoxville. Tennessee opened up in a zone.
Simmons almost got a steal there. Walker tried to keep it on the Gamecock side of the court. Vicky Ball scooped it up. Tennessee now has had a couple of point-blank range shots not fall for them. Rare. And a second personal foul charge to Alicia Manning. Is the momentum changing at Bridgestone Arena?
The ACC tourney has delivered some of Champ Week's most thrilling moments.
Yes! Are you serious?
The heartbreaks, the triumphs.
Congratulations to the Duke Blue Devils, who win their 3rd ACC tournament championship in a row.
And some of the greatest plays you've ever seen.
What a play! What a play!
The next chapter begins on ESPNU. The ACC first round Thursday at 7 and 9 on ESPNU, the home court of college hoops.
Cancer can take away all my physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul. And those 3 things are going to carry on forever.
To help keep Jimmy V's dream alive, please call 1-800-4-JIMMY-V. Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
In the shadow of legends, they will strive for perfection. Surrounded by history, they will achieve greatness.
And that is exquisite.
From every tee to every green, each stroke will stir the echoes and bring the roars. The Masters, first and second rounds, April 5th and 6th on ESPN.
Welcome back to beautiful Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee, home for a 2nd straight year to the SEC Women's Basketball Championship. I'm Kara Capuano along with Carolyn Peck, as she pointed out. SEC connections, played basketball at Vanderbilt, an assistant with Tennessee, head coach at Florida, and this weekend honored as the SEC great for Vanderbilt. Tennessee with a 16-13 lead, getting a lot of help from players not named Shekinna Stricklen, Carolyn.
Well, Shekinna Stricklen needs to get involved. When you look at the losses, that Tennessee has had, Shekinna Stricklen only 2.3 points and only 1 field goal made in each of those losses except for Arkansas, and 0 in the first half. She's got to get herself involved offensively in the first half.
Markeisha Grant inside. 10th time that the shot clock has wound down to the under 10-second mark for South Carolina in this first half. Bruner's trying to set a screen for Sutton. Works it down low to Stevens. First basket for Sharnae Stevens.
Talking to the Tennessee coaching staff. Against Tennessee, South Carolina doesn't turn the ball over. They only had 4 in their first meeting, only 5 yesterday against Georgia.
Shot clock under 10 for Tennessee this time. Oh, in the lane with a smooth move.
Vicky Ball's playing like a senior on a mission. She had that look in her eye yesterday against Florida. I see that same look again today.
Snapped a 3.5-minute drought for Tennessee. Massengale, uncontested, but didn't make the layup. Johnson just barrels her way down the lane till she draws foul. Well, that was a senior look too, Carolyn.
You look at the strategy of Tennessee, it is to attack the rim. Points in the paint. You do so by penetration and getting post touches.
Lori Johnson, a 61% free throw shooter. 175 attempted free throws heading into this game.
Now, Shekinna Stricklen coming back to the game. You remember yesterday she talked about how Coach Summit motivated her yesterday. You look at their losses, only 2.3 points in the first half and then 9.8 in the second. Would the outcome have been different if she'd had the 9.8 in the first half? She is the reigning SEC Player of the Year. She was picked in the preseason, but that award went to Adia Mathis, who was eliminated in the previous game.
Shekinna Stricklen, a State Farm All-American last season as well. Again, the shot clock under 10, and this time taken away from South Carolina. Lead pass, a bit inaccurate to Stricklen, but Tennessee keeps it. Sierra Burdick has checked into the game. A couple of freshmen to complement the 2 seniors, Stricklen and Johnson, along with Simmons. Burdick finds Johnson. Sutton. Robbed by Simmons. Nice pass, Megan Simmons. Six-point Lady Vols lead. Their largest of the game.
Here come the orange and white faithfuls.
Walker for 3. Welsh with the rebound. Lady Vols fans are on their feet, Carolyn.
If they get a stop right here, this place will erupt.
Grant sits them down.
The silencer.
Markeisha Grant, 7 3-pointers for a career-high 27 in their first game against Tennessee this year. That South Carolina upset at Thompson Bowling. Simmons, ankle breaker.
Paint points for the Lady Vols. 3-point shooting from South Carolina Gamecocks.
2s versus 3s. You told us about that earlier. Sutton gets down in the paint, but denied. Simmons. Nice hustle from Sierra Burdick to get the rebound. 2s versus 3s, the theme, Carolyn.
Semifinals at the SEC Championship. Tennessee getting 2s down low. South Carolina paces outside, knocking down the 3. Hey, come on back. This is going to be a good one.
I play hockey because I love it, and I couldn't see myself doing anything else. You form a lot of good bonds with your buddies, and you play the game of hockey just because you want it to be just fun and up and down. It's just an adrenaline rush, It's such an up and fast-paced game up and down the ice, and the fans are on you, your teammates are with you, and it's just I love it. It's unbelievable.
Champ Week heads south for the ACC tourney on ESPNU Thursday as bubble teams aim to go dancing with a statement run in Atlanta.
Throws it down! Bring it on!
The ACC first round Thursday at 7 and 9 on ESPNU.
How can power consumption in China impact wool exports from New Zealand, textile production in Spain, and the use of medical technology in the U.S.? At T. Rowe Price, we understand the connections of a complex global economy. It's just one reason over 75% of our mutual funds beat their 10-year Lipper average. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. Request a prospectus or summary prospectus with investment information, risks, fees, and expenses to read and consider carefully before investing.
Anish Shroff in studio with former Duke standout Abby Wayner. We'll be with you on the Buffalo Wild Wings halftime report. Abby, so far, the game we're seeing, South Carolina not shooting well, but still in this game.
Yeah, wait for Shekinna Strickland to show up. I think things might change a little bit. South Carolina, they have to turn Tennessee over.
Kara?
Anish, thank you. Abby Wayner and Carolyn Peck, simpatico. Shekinna Strickland can help Tennessee really put a stranglehold on this game, but yet to find her offensive flow. Sierra Burdick shooting 2 for Tennessee. Burdick hits the first, and fans tomorrow night, ESPNU, your home for ACC basketball. NC State taking on Virginia Tech. ACC Sunday Night Basketball presented by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups on ESPNU. Coverage begins at 5:30 Eastern.
Tennessee trying to speed up the tempo a little bit with a 2-2-1 three-quarter court press.
Welch makes a move in the lane. Ball hauls in her 7th rebound of this first half. South Carolina possession. 5th turnover for the Lady Vols. Disciplined, considering it's been a bit frenetic and hectic.
Correct.
Correct.
I think both teams showing great patience, good composure.
Grant just short. Vols' 8th rebound of the first half.
Now this one right here needs composure.
Talked to Dean Lockwood about a month ago, Carolyn, and he said what this Tennessee team is lacking, despite all of those upperclassmen, is that Nikki Anasicki, Alexis Hornbuckle, really vocal, get the team together, make sure everyone's on the same page. And they're looking to Vicky Baugh to be that person moving forward in March.
And she has been the latter part of the year. She's got to make it consistent and keep it up if this team wants a shot at possibly getting to Denver.
Oh, they want a shot. Wow. Sierra Burdick grows a year every game she plays.
Let me tell you what I like about Sierra Burdick is after practice, she knows where her shots are going to come from, and she's going to go practice those shots. They had a little time left on the shot clock today. She said, I got enough time for rapid fire. Let me get a few shots up. Taking full advantage of every second to get better.
Jump ball. Strickland with the hands. South Carolina keeps it.
You watch Sierra Burdick. She works on that shot. That gives you the green light to take that shot. It also helps your accuracy to knock that shot down.
All of a sudden, a 10-point advantage for the Lady Vols. Aisha Walker with a great step back with the shot clock at 2.
Talk about ankle breakers. She broke Megan Simmons' ankles, left her on the floor.
That's right. Anything you can do, I can do as well. Pass telegraph, Sutton on the run. Markeisha Grant almost had another steal. Really see the Gamecocks simulating their coach Dawn Staley on those last few defensive plays. First the offensive move by Walker, then the defensive Sutton, the defensive Grant.
I'm impressed with South Carolina. They don't look rattled. When you look around in this arena, Kara, it's very orange. South Carolina doesn't care.
Oh, the pass. Ill-advised, Markeisha. You're a senior as well. You've got to take those shots. Coming up tonight in the Big East Women's Championship, a couple of great games. Rutgers-Marquette, 8 o'clock Eastern on ESPN3. Right now, Louisville-Villanova on ESPN3. Quarterfinals already set. Georgetown, West Virginia, Notre Dame, DePaul, and St. John's in Connecticut are awaiting their opponents.
How about the Big Ten? Nebraska knocks off Ohio State.
How about the ACC yesterday?
Oh, my God.
With Miami and Duke, 2 top 10 teams for the majority of the latter half of the season getting the boot.
Tell you, that ACC championship now is going to be interesting, and it'll be extremely interesting to see on Selection Monday what happens with the seedings after the topsy-turvy outcomes in the conference tournaments.
3 turnovers in the last 4 possessions for Tennessee. Some substitutions. Kamiko Williams has stepped in to spell Simmons.
Now Shakina Strickland at the 4. Going to use the shot clock. Not give South Carolina an opportunity to get a 3 to cut into this lead.
Burdick again for 3. Time has run down on that last possession for the Lady Vols. Tennessee with a 28-22 advantage over South Carolina at the half in Nashville. Now let's join Anit Shroff in our ESPNU studio.
All right, thank you, Carol. Welcome to the Buffalo Wild Wings halftime report with former Duke standout Abby Wayner. Earlier today on ESPNU, Kentucky LSU. The other semifinal matchup in the SEC tournament, that's Courtney Jones getting the layup to go. And then Megan Conwright, the pull-up jumper. Kentucky down by 4. Adrienne Webb had a good game, 16 points.
Coming off a great finish against Arkansas last night, Webb carried that momentum over.
Courtney Jones in transition. She had 18. The Tigers up by 12. And then Lysandra Barrett from just inside the foul line. LSU on to the championship game of the SEC tournament. Meanwhile, first half, Tennessee and South Carolina. Vols up at the half. They've been through so much this season, but defense has sort of been their calling card in that first 20 minutes.
Yeah, it certainly was, and they held South Carolina to below 30% shooting. And what I really liked from South Carolina, though, is that they didn't give up on it. This is a team where their defense has had to predicate their offense nearly all season long. They do such a good job of pressuring teams into turnovers and creating those into transition points, and we saw that happen. 3 turnovers in the last 5 possessions for Tennessee.
Tennessee trying to get to the championship game where LSU is waiting. Right now, LSU head coach Nikki Caldwell is standing by with Cara Capuano.
Anish, thank you so much. We have seen some upsets so far in this SEC tournament, none bigger than the one today. The 4-seed LSU sends top seed Kentucky home. Coach, take us through the game plan as you prepared for the Wildcats.
Well, the game plan was obviously to establish our inside attack. We wanted to put the ball inside. We knew we had size advantage. The other game plan was to take care of the basketball and have as many good turnovers as we could, because we knew that if they got transition game going, that would be a problem for us.
And Coach, you talked about using the big lineup because you knew Kentucky was going to come out with their guards. How did that help you today?
It helped tremendously. We allowed our bigs to take the ball across the half court there to break their pressure. Our bigs played big in our entries. We wanted to do a lot of post entries and in our high-low action. So when you're able to establish that inside attack, it got us to the free throw line, and we did what we need to do at the free throw line.
And you are a player and a coach, assistant coach, very comfortable. Semifinals and now the finals. How does it feel to take these LSU Tigers to the finals?
I mean, it's unbelievable to be back here in the SEC, and I can't tell you enough how competitive this conference is when you look at from the 1 through 8 that we've all been talking about. I mean, Florida took Kentucky to the wire, and then obviously we got a good win over them, but then Florida beat us twice during the regular season. So again, this is a tribute. I'm excited to be back here, and we're just glad our name got moved over one more notch.
It's all about moving across the brackets this time of year.
It is, and ending on that last line.
All right, we'll watch for that tomorrow. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thank you.
Let's send it back to the studio and Anish Shroff.
All right, Cara, in the ACC Women's Tournament, the championship matchup is set. Georgia Tech and Maryland both advancing, so it's number 3 against number 4. This was a tournament filled with upsets, Abby.
It certainly was. It was a really exciting ACC tournament, and I think it's very indicative of the parity that we see as a whole in the country. But if you look at those two teams, I think parity really only goes so far. Those are two very talented teams who can go very far in March and April.
2 Eastern tomorrow on ESPN2, the championship game of the ACC tournament. Tennessee and South Carolina both trying to get to the championship game of the SEC tournament. At the half, it's the Vols by 6.
This AT&T 4G network is fast.
Hey, heard any updates on the game?
I think it's final seconds. Ooh, down by 2, shoots a 3. Game over.
So 2 seconds ago.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Harris. Where's Kevin?
Say hi, Kevin.
Mom, put me down. Put the phone down.
Hey, guys, did you hear? The Choice had their baby?
So 29 seconds ago.
Well, we should get them a gift.
Thanks for the gift.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Get it fast with AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T.
From when I wake up to when I go to bed, I'm working and focusing on the business.
We went from my mom's kitchen to an 8,000 square foot facility.
My name is Sharon Waddy, and I'm the owner of Spa La La.
Why do millions of business owners count on Vistaprint?
We went to another printing company. Nothing was right.
Their hours are not 24 hours a day.
And finally, my friend was like, you need to try Vistaprint.
At Vistaprint.com, you can make anything from business cards to banners to brochures.
They make it really simple to be able to create your own product the way you want it to look.
At Vistaprint.com, it's easy and affordable to look professional.
That's how we actually got some of our first customers, was by using these postcards.
And my sister was like, this card is amazing. You actually look like a professional company now.
Go to Vistaprint.com and get 250 business cards for only $10. 250 cards, $10. Vistaprint.com.
Everything else we've had a problem with. Vistaprint not.
This is the computer ICU. It's what happens to your computer when it gets infected, slows down, and crashes. And if you don't do something, your computer could wind up here in the computer graveyard. But it could be saved. with mycleanpc.com.
Is your computer running slow? Are you frustrated with error messages, blue screens, computer freezes, and crashes? Then go to mycleanpc.com for your free diagnosis today. Then just activate the mycleanpc.com software to fix it in minutes. And computer specialists are available while you're online.
The best thing about mycleanpc.com was it had a free diagnosis.
My computer is 100% faster.
You know immediately what the problem is, and the problem is solved right then and there.
Download your free diagnosis today at mycleanpc.com.
This halftime report is presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
All right, we got a little substitution. Miles Simon in for Abby Wayner on the Buffalo Wild Wings halftime report. And 3 tickets to be punched on this Saturday, a week and a day before Selection Sunday. Murray State taking on Tennessee State. Finals of the Ohio Valley Conference
Have
Tournament.
a ton of fun out there. And then we talked about substance. That's the core. All right? That's defending and rebounding. The height's good for about 5 to 7 minutes. Out of a double team.
Tennessee State, the only team to have beaten Murray State this season. Steve Promas is saying eyes up. Isaiah Cannon bottoms up.
And this could have been a game where Tennessee State could have been a bid stealer from someone from even a Power 6 or one of those high mid-majors.
Robert Covington knocking down the 3. Tennessee State up by 5. And then MJ Red. Tigers by 4. Tied now at 52. Steve Prohm calls Juwan Long his glue guy, and Long the go-ahead basket.
Yeah, big-time shot right there. Thought it could have been maybe a charge call, but I don't understand this last out-of-bounds play. After 2 timeouts, you get Covington going 30 feet from the basket on a fadeaway 3. Let's get something going to the basket with 1.1, but congrats to Murray State.
That's their 15th Ohio Valley Conference title, most of anyone in that league. VMI taking on UNC Asheville, Big South Championship. Winner of this game, that would be the first ticket to the dance. Jeremy Atkinson the layup. Asheville up 13-6. Keith Gabriel the 3. VMI, last time they went dancing, 1977.
And let's remember, last year Asheville had to win on Coastal Carolina's home court to go to the big dance.
Matt Dickey knocking down the 3, and then Dickey to Atkinson. Asheville, they're going dancing, their second straight Big South Championship. Meanwhile, Alicia Manning, 6 points. Tennessee up by 6 at the break.
Which month would I lose to get more March? More of this? January? Definitely January.
Want a body that's ripped, chiseled, and ready for battle? Then you need the Jack Rack. From the Iceman, the legend, Chuck Liddell, the Jack Rack is the revolution in fitness equipment that transforms into more than 80 body sculpting positions that get you jacked. Elevate your workout with the Jack Rack's 7 levels of inversion for dips and pull-ups to deep stretch push-ups, allowing you to go further than ever before. The Jack Rack's hand grips slide up, down, inside, and out, plus rotate 360 degrees so you can engage every muscle region and get the chiseled chest, arms, back, and core that you deserve. Pull the grips, add weights, and get bicep, trap, and tricep shredding curls and lifts. Or use the straight bar with Jack Rack's gyro balancing weight distribution. So when you do a curl correctly, you'll see it and feel it.
I'm Chuck Liddell, and I get ripped using the Jack Rack in 15 minutes a day. And so can you.
The secret is Jack Rack's 6-second quick change, turn, and burn technology that allows you to raise, lower, twist, or flip the grips and move from muscle region to muscle region progressively. So you burn calories, scorch fats, and get jacked. And when you're done, fold it up and put it under your bed. Night, night. You want push-ups? You'll get over 80 different configurations. Pull-ups? How about 30? And we're just getting started. Get ripped in the upper body, toned and shredded in the lower body, and show off those six-pack abs with over 150 Chuck Liddell-inspired workouts.
Find the warrior inside of you with the Jack Rack.
The Jack Rack is part of the complete system from the mastermind, internationally acclaimed trainer and Yale graduate, Dr. Jim Stoppani. When you call now, you'll get the 100% solid steel Jack Rack, the turn and burn hand grips, plus you'll get 4 body shredding DVDs and nutritional plan designed by Jim Stoppani that are guaranteed to get you jacked. Call now and get all this risk-free for only a $14.95 trial offer. Order now.
Whether it's for the fight of your life or the night of your life, get the body you deserve with the Jack Rack.
Call 1-800-499-6808. That's 1-800-499-6808 or go to jackrack.com.
Florida Gulf Coast joined the Division I ranks just 4 years ago, playing in the Atlantic Sun Championship game against Belmont. This is the first year they're eligible in their conference tournament. Philip Fedichevin, a couple of threes, and this would be an ultimate Cinderella here if they could knock off the 1-seed Belmont. Play of the day, Nebraska, Minnesota, Rodney Williams. Look out!
Oh, my God. Brandon Ubell, move out of the way, please.
One more time. Yeah, he got in, and then it was like, you're going to be put on YouTube. We'll see that a few times. Minnesota winning 81-69. Duke, Carolina, winner gets the ACC regular season title. Miles Plumlee, lone senior for Duke. Senior night at Cameron Indoor. Plumlee, nice move on the up and under. And then North Carolina opening this game on a 22-5 run, Miles.
Yeah, Harrison Barnes, he really got it going early with a jump shot, a couple jump shots, free throws. Zeller has been established, 8 points already to start the game, and they've taken away the three-point shot. Duke 0 for 7 to start this game from the three, where they had 14 for 36 in the first matchup.
Yeah, North Carolina, we know they can build a lead. Question this time is going to be holding on to it. They let a double-digit lead slip away the first time.
I think you can see a renewed focus by Carolina already early in this game.
Meanwhile, South Carolina trailing Tennessee by 6. Second half is next.
This halftime report is presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
I was 10 when I started playing goalie, and I kind of got pushed in there. It was my turn in the rotation to play goalie, and I just kind of got stuck in there and fell in love with it from the first time I put on the pad. I think hockey really brings people together. I think that's probably the best part, is just getting to know people and spending a lot of time with all your best friends.
John Carter, will you fight for us?
I did not cause this, but I will end it!
Championship week is here. John Carter in theaters March 9th.
The SEC Digital Network. 8 supercharged channels that put the fan experience into internet overdrive. Find schedules, stats, and more. Download full games and videos on demand. Hear from league insiders. Explore SEC mobile apps. See the new SEC Smart TV. Get gear at the online store. See hometown heroes in action. And plug in live to Game Day Central. Get it all at secdigitalnetwork.com.
We need your help. I need your help. We need money for research. It may not save my life. It may save my children's lives. It may save someone you love.
To help keep Jimmy V's dream alive, please call 1-800-4JIMMY-V. Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
I'll give you C.J. Wilson and Papelbon for Prince Fielder. Throw Brett Gardner, you got a deal. Oh, I can't give up Gardner. I'll give you Sabathia and Beltray for Fielder. How about Rafael for Koff? You got a deal.
ESPN Fantasy Baseball. Sign up for free at ESPN.com.
You're watching Championship Week, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods.
Who will be the champion at the SEC tournament? Will Tennessee defend? Will South Carolina prevent them from getting to the finals? We're getting ready to start the second half here in Nashville. We've already seen one upset in the semifinals today. Kara Capuano along with Carolyn Peck, former Florida coach, played at Vanderbilt. We've seen a pretty good game here in the second semifinals.
It really has. It's been a lot of fun, but I think it's because these teams go back and forth. It's South Carolina's 3s, Tennessee's 2s.
Yep, she told us that at the beginning of the game.
Well, the thing that Tennessee can do so well is they hunt those paint points. You see Vicky Ball off the bounce. You've got the post-to-post passing, finding Glory Johnson down low. And Tennessee creating offense from transition off rebounds and steals. Ariel Massengill all the way the distance for another deuce.
As usual, balanced scoring effort for the Lady Vols. 5 each from Johnson, Simmons, and Burdick, led by 6 from Vicky Ball.
But again, we're on Strickland watch. Strickland's struggling to get involved in the offense. She needs to make it happen. Thank you. It's like going to McDonald's and ordering it up.
That's right. You must have been inside the restaurant because you know what happens when you order at the drive-thru.
Be sure you check the bag.
That's right. Shakina Strickland was scoreless against Vanderbilt. All 18 of her points against the Commodores in the second half. Marquisha Grant for 3.
South Carolina does not get rattled. This Tennessee fan can get into the game, get loud, and then South Carolina comes back with a silencer.
South Carolina, just the second unranked team ever to win at Tennessee. They're used to hearing fans reacting for the Lady Vols. That foul will be on the ground on Stevens.
And South Carolina has taken on the mentality of Dawn Staley. There was not a game she ever played in that she didn't believe her team could win. And she's carried that over to the first tier now that she's a head coach.
Grant almost got a hand on that pass. Ball working on Newton. 8 to lead Tennessee. Grant inside. 8 to lead South Carolina.
Marquisha Grant don't care. We can be in Nashville, Tennessee. This place can be filled with orange and white. Grant says, bring it on.
Vicky Ball hit that shot in the first half, couldn't connect in the second. Foreign territory for South Carolina, making their first ever appearance in the SEC tournament semifinals. For Tennessee, this is their 29th and 19th straight in this round. Grant will head to the line. Foul on Brianna Bass. Grant 23rd in the conference in scoring this season. She was 7th in both 3s per game and 3-point field goal percentage. And she makes South Carolina's first free throw attempt. What a difference, Carolyn, in these 2 semifinals. In the first half, these 2 teams combined for only 5 personal fouls. We saw LSU shoot 40 free throws in that first game against Kentucky.
It's a new crew, different style of play. We have LSU with the matchup zone. Kentucky trying to get back in the game with physical man-to-man defense. A lot of stoppage of play.
Manning makes a move to the basket. That foul came away from the ball. Sharnay Stevens, 3rd personal.
Sharnay Stevens was defending Glory Johnson, trying to get her off the block. Well, she ended up on the wing. And that was from getting pushed.
Drove her out of the paint. Now she'll head to the bench as Ashley Bruner checks back in.
That didn't make Glory Johnson's day any easier, though, as physical as Bruner's been playing.
And you just saw it. Bruner ran over Johnson to try to get a hand in Shekinna Strickland's face. It didn't matter.
Second half, it's time. It's
Shekinna time.
It's Shekinna time.
It's Brianna Bass time, too, with the defense. Tennessee calls a timeout. Glory Johnson couldn't find a guard to help her get that ball out of danger zone. Tennessee with a 35-29 lead. It's getting testy.
ACC Sunday Night Basketball is on ESPNU with exclusive games from one of the country's premier conferences as the rivalries continue. This week, NC State battles Virginia Tech with the conference tourney on the horizon as stellar soph Lorenzo Brown leads the pack against the electrifying Eric Green and the Hokies.
Green is having a sensational night.
ACC Sunday Night Basketball presented by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. NC State takes on Virginia Tech. Coverage begins tomorrow at 5:30 on ESPNU.
The Big East Women's Quarterfinals tomorrow on ESPNU.
You have to love to train, and every wrestler, if you don't love to train, then it's really, you're not gonna be able to be as successful in college as you want to be. So in order to be successful in college, you have to be out there every day preparing to win, and that's off season and in season.
The next available claims representative will be with you in 97 minutes. And if you've got cut rate insurance, there's nothing you can do about this. So get Allstate. The only insurance company that guarantees your claim experience won't be mayhem. Like me.
Introducing the Claim Satisfaction Guarantee, only from Allstate. Dollar for dollar, nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate.
Welcome back to Nashville, Tennessee. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. Beautiful exteriors of the beautiful American city. And Tennessee with a 35-29 lead over South Carolina. We mentioned the disparity in the numbers. Tennessee making its 29th appearance in the SEC semifinals. South Carolina, the program's first. Dawn Staley talking all year about the journey that this senior class has made with her. Caroline, you touched on it a bit in the first half. This group won 10 in their freshman year. And now 23-8, 10 SEC wins to tie a program record. A team on the rise, as was Glory Johnson on that last play.
Glory Johnson has been my favorite player her 4 years. With her athleticism, her quickness in the post, her versatility.
Second personal on Brianna Bass.
And you watch Glory after she sets the screen, then strong move, finish with the left in the post.
Walker hits the first. Glory Johnson, academic all-district. She's one of the graduate students along with Vicky Ball on this team. They've already graduated. They're working on master's degrees. So well spoken yesterday in the post-game press conference. Talking about this Lady Vol fan support, which you just heard. She said what they appreciate most about Lady Vols fans is that they know that they're not only here for Tennessee, they're here for women's basketball.
And that's huge. And when you have play like this, there's a great appreciation from all these fans that are here to watch this tournament.
Courtney Jones slow to get up after landing in the bench area. She's getting tended to by trainer Jennifer Herod. Looks like she might be heading to the locker room. Or just deeper in the sideline, actually. Courtney Newton out of the game. Walker, Grant, Sutton, Welch, and Bruner for South Carolina. Feed to Bruner. Takes her a little deeper away from the basket. Glory comes up with it.
That's what I like about her game. She's got some of the sharpest elbows in the SEC.
6 rebounds for Glory Johnson. Vicky Ball leading the board charge for Tennessee with 8 rebounds. Manning working on Sutton. Nice move. She has 7.
Alicia Manning always shows up huge in the SEC tournament. She was inserted last season into the starting lineup, paid dividends for the Lady Vols.
Coach Summit calls her an unsung hero of this Tennessee team because she always plays within herself and plays both ends of the floor very hard. Shot clock at 5. Walker, back iron. Massengale to Johnson. The pinpoint passing of Ariel Massengale never fails to disappoint. Physicality of Glory Johnson has her shooting 2 free throws when we return to Nashville.
You felt like this before, right? 2:30 in the afternoon, a lot to do, and you've hit the wall. But you gotta get stuff done. So take 5-Hour Energy. Just open it up, knock it back, and roll up your sleeves. 5-Hour Energy is faster and easier than coffee. Man, does it work. You'll get that alert, energized feeling you need to get stuff done. A lot of stuff. Wow, look at you go. 5-Hour Energy, when you gotta get stuff done.
This is the computer ICU. It's what happens to your computer when it gets infected, slows down, and crashes. And if you don't do something, your computer could wind up here in the computer graveyard. But it could be saved with mycleanpc.com.
Is your computer running slow? Are you frustrated with error messages, blue screens, computer freezes, and crashes? Then go to mycleanpc.com for your free diagnosis today. Then just activate the mycleanpc.com software to fix it in minutes. And computer specialists are available while you're online.
The best thing about mycleanpc.com was it had a free diagnosis.
My computer is 100% faster.
You know immediately what the problem is, and the problem is solved right then and there.
Download your free diagnosis today at mycleanpc.com.
Cocky the Gamecock leading the band for South Carolina, but who's going to lead the Gamecocks back into this game against Tennessee? The Lady Vols with a 9-point advantage, and right now it feels like the momentum to advance to face LSU in the championship tomorrow. You can watch that game at 6 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. Carolyn, how's your one-on-one looking? You were looking at 2s versus 3s, 2 very different offensive approaches here.
Well, I'm not surprised at the number of 3s that as South Carolina has taken. They're 5 of 16. But with Tennessee, there's no surprise there either. 20 of their 39 points have come from within the paint. So these 2 teams are playing true to form.
Tennessee, a team that was second to Kentucky in scoring offense all season. South Carolina in the top 5 in the nation in scoring defense, but they haven't been able to figure out how to slow down the Lady Vols.
Not yet. And in order to slow down the Lady Vols, you've got to keep the ball out of the paint. I would dare them to shoot the basketball.
Offensive rebound for Manning. Puts a shot back up, in and out. And then ball will whistle for over the back. She got hurt on the play. Yeah, it must be tough to be tall and bang your elbows on people's heads. You're so tall.
There's an advantage to being tall.
Yeah, but I'm more comfortable on an airplane, Carolyn.
You are. That's true.
Welch goes to make a move. Sorry, that was Ellen Ibiam, the first we've seen of the other freshman in the post for South Carolina. She's got great footwork. I should have known that was Ellen. Is Staley going young?
Well, in Tennessee, you see Manning is looking to get the ball inside. It's not catch and shoot the three early in the offense. Discourage the pass inside to Tennessee.
Fourth team foul on South Carolina. First personal on Markeisha Grant. Strickland looking at Johnson, decides to drive it herself. She had 5 quick points to start the second half, but she slowed down offensively.
Lisa Grant's put the glove on her defensively.
What a difference a year has made for Markeisha Grant, transfer student. In her junior year, she was the aggressive player off the bench with her offense and her defense. This year, a starter in a role she's flourished in. Johnson heading to the line. Vivian went to go help her up. And Walker said, come on, we need to talk about this.
Lori Johnson had to spend some time in an ice bath after the game yesterday against Florida. It's a very physical contest. Or against Vanderbilt. Very physical with Tiffany Clark, Stephanie Holzer. She ended up on the ground quite often.
That goes back to what we were saying. Lori Johnson made some comments that match the commitment to strength and conditioning across the league. Everyone is working harder, getting stronger. Perhaps that will serve the league well when they're playing other teams in the next tournament. Sutton with the drive, took a lot of contact on the way to that made basket, her first of the second half.
Tennessee switched up defense, going man-to-man. South Carolina not getting those three-point attempts as easily.
That's the second foul on Grant. They're going to keep her in defensive roles against the biggest scoring threats in Tennessee. Certainly Shakina Strickland fills that bill.
When you look at, on the season, 15 points, only 5 so far tonight, but there's time left, and she can heat up with a quickness and start a run again for the Lady Vols.
She hit a three, converted a three-point play, and then hit another three within a very short stretch to finally silence Vanderbilt, which kept coming within one, but could never really take control back of that game yesterday in the quarterfinals.
Maybe I'm selfish as a spectator, but I want to see her make those kind of plays all the time. And Holly Warwick said she can't do it for 40 minutes. It's just a heavy load to carry, so she picks her poison.
Shakina admitted in postgame yesterday, she's a streaky shooter. And once she hits one, she feels like she can just keep hitting.
Or once she gets the stare from Pat Summitt, she can turn it up.
We call that added motivation. Markeisha Grant has some as well. 13 to lead all scorers. Six-point game. It seems like every time Tennessee tries to pull away, South Carolina hits a big shot. Oh, offensive rebounds. The bread and butter. Sutton lost control. That would have been an incredible result from an almost disaster for Sutton in the lane. First personal against Strickland. Since South Carolina's best free throw shooter to the line, Lakeisha Sutton, 77%.
And you watch Strickland battling on the glass. Makes you wonder, is that the start of her offensive run that she can put together?
Strickland and Grant both hovering on Tennessee's side of the court while Sutton shoots this next free throw. And hits the second. Coach Daly discussing defensive assignments.
She wants Sutton on Shekinah Strickland.
Lakeisha Sutton, a member of the all-defensive team for the SEC this year. Ball driving the lane. Tennessee keeps it. Offensive rebounds for Tennessee turned into 7 second chance points. What were you saying about Strickland's potential run starter a couple possessions ago?
Here she comes.
And here come the Lady Vols fans. A lot back on their feet. Aisha Walker with the silencer this time. It had been the role of Markeisha Grant of late. Walker has 10. Lady Vols shooting free throws when we return. Will the seniors take over? Shekinah Strickland starting to do her part.
My name is Charisma Penn. I play basketball at University of Illinois. I love playing basketball because I love watching the game. I'm a student of the game. I just love everything that has to do with basketball. When I had both my knee surgeries, it made me stop taking for granted the talent that God had given me and definitely appreciate everything that came my way.
We are starting the Jimmy V Foundation for Cancer Research. We need your help. It may not save my life. It may save my children's lives. It may save someone you love. Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
To help keep Jimmy V's dream alive, please call 1-800-4JIMMY-V.
For Indiana. Got to get a good look right now. Jones. Watford for the win.
Live ESPN on your computer, tablet, and smartphone. Download the Watch ESPN app or visit watchespn.com. It's the other way to watch ESPN.
Anish Shrafi in studio in the first SEC Women's Tournament semifinal game. LSU knocking off Kentucky. The Tigers never trailed in this one. LSU reaches its 9th SEC championship game. They'll face the winner of the game you're watching, South Carolina and Tennessee. Meanwhile, over in Durham, North Carolina all over Duke. They're plus 19 on the boards. PJ Hairston, the putback. Yeah, not a typo. 46-22 Heels first half.
Anish, thank you very much. We have the wave running through Bridgestone Arena. These fans are starting to have some fun in Nashville on a Saturday night. Lady Vols with a 48-40 lead over South Carolina. Lori Johnson and Shekinah Strickland on a tear right now as LSU awaits the victor of this game. The Lady Tigers, as Anish mentioned, upsetting top seed Kentucky. The fans are just invigorated right now.
You're going nuts. They smell championship finals. Can the Lady Vols hang on till tomorrow, for tomorrow?
Legendary coach Pat Summitt, 15 SEC tournament titles to her credit. Johnson missed the first free throw, but Lori Johnson and Shekinah Strickland have combined for 16 of Tennessee's 20 points in the second half. Johnson and Strickland scoring the last 10 for Tennessee. They combined to score Tennessee's last 25 points against Vanderbilt in the quarterfinal round.
Now Tennessee in a man-to-man. They don't want to allow South Carolina to get any open three-point shots.
Sharnae Stevens comes up with the ball. Shot clock at 4. Officials conferring.
That's got to be South Carolina ball. The shot beat the shot clock. When Vicky Ball came down with the rebound, she was out of bounds. The shot gets off before the shot clock, but on the rebound, Vicky Ball steps on the end line. Possession, South Carolina.
Grant having trouble inbounding the ball. Sancheon White in for South Carolina. In the backcourt with Grant and Walker. Stevens. She just never looked very comfortable on that shot. Vicky Ball looked very comfortable with her 9th rebound of the game.
And bringing it out on the dribble.
Massengale, Williams, Strickland in the backcourt for Tennessee. The lead pass to Grant. Massengale almost saves it back. Not a pass to Glory Johnson. Some of the fans were hoping for a travel call there.
Well, that was the first possession of the game. I felt like South Carolina did not play with the composure that they have played with the majority of the game.
Yeah. A major poise leak. Lakeisha Sutton getting ready to check back in for South Carolina. Shot clock at 3. Offensive foul was called before that shot on Vicky Ball.
It's a moving screen. Vicky Ball is called.
5 team fouls for Tennessee. White and Sutton in the backcourt for South Carolina. They've got Welch and Stevens working down low. Tennessee tip. 5 seconds on the shot clock when South Carolina inbounds the ball. First we've seen today of Tabor Spaney for Tennessee.
This is danger zone for South Carolina. They need to score this possession or this crowd's going to take the roof off this place. If Tennessee gets a stop, that'll be huge for the Lady Vols.
Shot clock at 1. Strickland with the block. And then Massengale with the move. Tennessee's largest lead of the game. Minute scoring drought. Shot clock again at under 10. Ball with an authoritative rejection, and Glory with the finish. Shakina Strickland playing to the crowd, and Dawn Staley knows a timeout is a must.
Tennessee's turned up their defense, knowing that they can get defensive stops. Their defense has fueled their offense. Nice decision not to make the pass. Freshman Ariel Massengale with the jumper, and then Vicky Ball with a demonstrative block leads to another transition. Offensive play for the Lady Vols. The crowd loves it. Vicky Ball loves it. Definitely Shakina Strickland is loving the way the Lady Vols are playing right now.
South Carolina 0 for 6 in the last 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Grant runs out of room on the baseline. Shot clock down again. Big basket for Tina Roy. Foul by Sutton will send Strickland to the free throw line. She'll be shooting when we come back. Lady Vols by 10.
Me? Oh, which month would I lose to get more of March, more of this? May. Yeah. My birthday is in May. And... I'm looking for the birthday girl. Tracy? Well, my name's Tracy, but... Yeah, I definitely lose May.
Champ Week rolls on with the Big East Tournament Tuesday on ESPNU. Last year, UConn began their magical run right here.
Connecticut has won the Big East Championship.
The Big East Championship. First round games at 7 and 9, Tuesday on ESPNU.
ESPNU's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's.
Welcome back to Nashville, Tennessee. Tennessee with a 10-point advantage over South Carolina. Carolyn Peck and Kara Capuano with you. And Coach Peck, it seemed like South Carolina was keeping it to within that 5 to 7 range, and then all of a sudden the Lady Vols started to click. What changed?
Shakina Strickland. It was Strickland time. 12 points in the second half. She started turning things up, and I think Tennessee also picked up their defense. They went from the zone to a man-to-man, got aggressive, and that really got the momentum, intensity picked up for the Lady Vols.
It was right here in Nashville, Tennessee, down the road at Memorial Gym, when the Lady Vols had a real self-reflection moment, giving up 93 points to Vanderbilt. Holly Warlick told us in the post-game after yesterday's game against Vanderbilt that that loss in the regular season to the Commodores made the Lady Vols regroup and refocus their energy toward their defensive efforts.
Well, that's why they've gone with the starting lineup that they have in this SEC tournament. Feel like it was their best defensive lineup. They can always go to the bench for some points offensively, but they want to set the tone defensively to begin a ball game.
14 points now for Shakina Strickland to lead all scorers.
Tennessee back to a man-to-man. When they switched to the zone last possession, South Carolina made them pay.
He almost felt like Strickland might rise up and throw that one down. The energy in here is running so high.
You look, Strickland's body language has even changed from the first half to the second half.
Again, Strickland and Massengale working together on the defense. Big block from Aisha Walker. Denied that basket. But the momentum still in Tennessee's hands.
Just feel like Strickland is the mercury in the Tennessee thermometer. The higher it goes up, the higher level the rest of the team plays.
Shakina Roy. The ball might have stepped on Strickland's foot when they went up together for that rebound.
She's not coming out. She even ran on this side of the floor so Jenny Moshek can't see her limb.
10 rebounds for Vicky Ball. Johnson. When Glory Johnson starts stepping back and hitting 12, 14-foot jump shots, Tennessee's feeling pretty good about itself.
A lot of confidence right now, especially between Strickland and Johnson. Vicky Ball started the game off with the offensive production. Now her fellow classmates have picked up the slack.
Bruner will shoot 2. Third personal on Ball. She started to establish some offense for the senior class, but she has been consistent with her rebounding in this game. 10 boards to lead the way for Tennessee. Glory Johnson with 8 right behind her.
Now South Carolina's got to find ways to get their three-point shooters open. Get some shots for Sutton, Grant, Walker. Let Bruner and Ivan go inside and let them do the work on the boards rebounding-wise. But they got to get their three-point shots. That's the strategy. That's been the MO of this South Carolina team.
Ashley Bruner scoreless in this game so far. After a couple of weeks to end the regular season in the first few tournament games where she became a pretty consistent scoring option. Post started the season strong. The guards kind of caught up with them for South Carolina, and then toward the end of the season, the scoring became more balanced. This game, it's been a lot from the guards.
Love it. I love that move by Glory Johnson.
11 points this half for Glory Johnson, 16 points this half for Shakina Strickland.
Glory Johnson's first step. She sizes up the defense, gets that head shoulder past the defense and finishes strong to the rim. Once she gets by you, it's over. If nobody comes to help, that's an easy 2 every time.
Johnson and Strickland have scored 20 of Tennessee's last 22 points. And the other bucket was Ariel Massengale, a transition basket created by Strickland defensive play.
Tennessee's got to be pleased with the contribution from their seniors. Alicia Manning got him started early along with Vicky Ball. Kind of carried the mail in the first half, and now in the second half can depend on Strickland and Johnson.
Bruner bumped. No call. Ibiam will shoot 2. Carolyn, Mickey DeMoss told us a couple of weeks ago that the psychological identity of this Tennessee Lady Vols team, very much a feel-good team. When they're feeling good, they're feeding off of that positive emotion. They're making better plays on the court.
I agree 100%. I think that that's the case when things are going well. I think also when they're, can I say pissed off? When teams make their run, you see that look, you get that look in the eye of Shakina Strickland. And this crowd is pleased with the play of Vicky Ball. And the spark of a Megan Simmons coming off the bench. That gets things rolling for the Lady Vols as well.
8 points, 10 rebounds for Ball. Ibiam hits the second free throw.
I think the other thing that this Tennessee team has learned is that they're vulnerable. And when other teams make runs, and teams aren't coming in and fearing the Whoa Lady Vols like they have in the past. And so now when you get down, teams are going to try to put you away. You've got to get that swagger back.
Massengale to Johnson. Glory Johnson is starting to put on a clinic with her post moves. 20 points for number 25, 15 this half. 20-point lead for Tennessee with under 5 left in the game. Johnson to Strickland. Gives it back. One too many passes, perhaps.
A little bit too much, and Strickland knows it.
Yeah. She just gave the universal symbol for my bad, the chest tap.
This is what makes Glory Johnson so hard to defend. You watch, and the space that she creates. It's a nice fadeaway, but she still finishes high on her shot.
30 points in the paint for Tennessee. Sutton with the drive. She has 10 to be the third Gamecock in double-figure scoring. Tennessee playing the #1 toughest schedule in the year. Massengale with 6 on the shot clock, drives to the basket. Despite the 8 losses, Carolyn, how are the Lady Vols set up moving forward in March? We will discuss when we return. Tennessee with a 20-point advantage over South Carolina.
From when I wake up to when I go to bed, I'm working and focusing on the business.
We went from my mom's kitchen to an 8,000 square foot facility.
My name is Sharon Waddy, and I'm the owner of Spa La La.
Why do millions of business owners count on Vistaprint?
We went to another printing company. Nothing was right.
Their hours are not 24 hours a day.
And finally, my friend was like, you need to try Vistaprint.
At Vistaprint.com, you can make anything from business cards to banners to brochures.
They make it really simple to be able to create your own product the way you want it to look.
At Vistaprint.com, it's easy and affordable to look professional.
That's how we actually got some of our first customers, was by using these postcards.
And my sister was like, this card is amazing. You actually look like a professional company now.
Go to Vistaprint.com and get 250 business cards for only $10. 250 cards, $10. Vistaprint.com.
Everything else we've had a problem with. Vistaprint not.
I wrestle because I love it, because I love the battle. I love being a warrior and the competition involved with the sport. When you get your arm raised, you know, you're excited, obviously, but you're looking ahead already. You got to be looking ahead at your next goal, your next step, and preparing for that.
Welcome back to Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. #4 seed LSU Lady Tigers awaiting the winner of this game. 2 seed Tennessee looking good with a 20-point lead under 4 minutes left in the second half. And you can watch that championship 6 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. Carolyn, before the break, I asked you about how that tough schedule has set up Tennessee for the rest of March ahead. How does that help a team? 8 losses could be detrimental to the psychology.
Well, I think that what it's done is it's made the seniors look at accountability. After each of the losses, they have met and they have addressed certain issues. I think that they understand now, after suffering those 8 losses, that there is no room for mistakes now that you're in the postseason. This senior class has not won a national championship. The only one that has is Vicky Ball, and that is something that this Lady Vol team desperately wants, and there is no room for error.
They have not even been to a Final Four to participate in all of that color and pageantry. And Shakina Strickland told us after our SEC Network game a couple weeks ago, they didn't want to be that class that doesn't get to a Final Four. What pass! Alicia Manning dishing like a point guard at 6'1". I mean, Spaney has to finish, but that was on point.
Not surprised, though. Manning has great court sense, vision. She thinks a pass ahead instead of waiting to get the basketball and then decide what to do with it.
Sutton for three, in and out. Walker keeps it alive for South Carolina. Walker all the way.
Tough move. Great attack by South Carolina.
At this point, the Gamecocks are not going to stand down. This is a Dawn Staley coached team. They are going to fight till the bitter end despite the considerable deficit. Spaney for three. South Carolina fighting each other for the rebound. Give it up to Glory.
Glory Johnson doesn't stop.
No.
Ever. Dude, talking about South Carolina, they won't stand down. And I tell you, they will be a tough matchup for wherever they may be sent to start in the NCAA tournament. This is a team I wouldn't want to face. Like you talked about, the beginning of the season, the post game was ahead. Then throughout the latter part of the season, the scoring from the guard position kind of took over. Now that they're in the postseason, both the inside and out of the Gamecocks game is balancing itself out, and they're a very tough defensive team as well.
Imani Sellers checks in for South Carolina with Walker, Roy, Bruner, and Ibiam. That should be it for Shakina Strickland. 16 points, 5 rebounds. Roy makes a move to the basket. I like her offensive game. The freshman out of Kaplan, Louisiana. One of 7 different Gamecocks to lead USC in scoring this season.
A lot of confidence, versatility, can shoot the three. She just demonstrated she can go off the bounce.
Massengale gets it down to Glory. Again, we'll shoot some free throws. Glory Johnson already with her 7th double-double of the season, 23rd in her career. 21 and 10 for Johnson. All SEC first team and all defensive team both of the last 2 years, and named the SEC Defensive Player of the Year this year. What I love, her stat line coming into this game, you understand why she's the Defensive Player of the Year, because she leads Tennessee in both steals and blocks. 42 steals, 40 blocks. You don't see 6'3" leading a team in steals very often.
Only if her name is Glory Johnson.
Exactly. 23 and 10 for Johnson in the semifinals. 18 in the second half.
She'll lead her team in steals because she won't only be defending post players. If their opponents, Tennessee's opponents, are struggling with stopping a perimeter player, a lot of times you'll see Glory Johnson out defending outside.
I like the moxie and the minutes for the young players of South Carolina. Get them some postseason experience before they head back to their first NCAA tournament in many years.
And I'm sure Dawn Staley will use this as a teaching moment.
Jocelyn Penn, the SEC great for South Carolina, honored this year. Helped lead that team in 2002 to the Elite Eight. That's the farthest the Gamecocks have ever been.
It's a great accomplishment for Dawn Staley to get the Gamecocks into the semifinals. It's huge for them recruiting-wise. It's huge for them postseason seeding in the NCAA tournament.
Shot clock at 5. They patiently get it to Isabel Harrison for the basket. And it has been one of those days for the Lady Vols of Tennessee. South Carolina hung with them early, but right about the second half of the second half, the senior class led Tennessee to pull away.
It looks like Tennessee will face LSU tomorrow. Will they be as strong rebounding? The rebounding battle will be interesting, and we will see the teacher and the mentor go head-to-head. Pat Summitt and Coach Nikki Caldwell go head-to-head.
Looking forward to that matchup. Tennessee advancing to the SEC Finals for a third straight year, 21st time overall. Pat Summitt has led the Lady Vols to 15 SEC tournament championships, including last year. They'll have a chance to defend, taking on LSU tomorrow. Seniors made the difference. Glory Johnson and Shakita Strickland combining for 34 in the second half. Coming up next, the Horizon League takes center stage. Butler taking on Valparaiso. Next for us, tomorrow at 6 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. It's LSU versus Tennessee. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For my analyst, Carolyn Peck, and our fabulous ESPN crew, I'm Kara Capuano. Good night from Nashville. Tennessee moves on. Hello.